The St. Luke United Methodist Church. Currently is a member of St. Luke. Over the years, Ms. Baptiste has served in many capacities at St. Luke. She has served as an alternate delegate for both St. Luke's and Roberts United Methodist Church for 29 years. Ms. Baptiste is a retired nurse with 45 years of service. She was one of the nurses that went through the integration of our local hospital. Nurses during that time frame went through many struggles to pave the way for black nurses of today. Ms. Baptiste was born into a Christian family and was brought up in the church, serving the Lord from a very young age. Ms. Baptiste is the ninth child of the late Tommy Alphonse and Mary O. Fisher. Ms. Baptiste loves to travel, work in her garden, raise flowers, and cooking with and for her family. Sister Mary Gross Boyd of Roberts United Methodist Church was born on September 10, 1927, to the late Will and Samella Gross. She attended Rosenwald School of Denham Springs and later went to McKinley High School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. There was a bus that went to the school, but cousin Tommy Clark took them to school because he worked in the area. She was baptized at an early age at Roberts United Methodist Church. She married Leonard Lee, and 4 kids were born: Larry, Shirley Mae, Carolyn Faye, and Michael Lee. Later on, she married Albert Boyd, and there were 4 children: Donald Boyd, Albert Charles, Sheila Ann, and Deborah Kay. Mary was a kindergarten teacher at Broadmoor and Roberts Daycare. She also worked in retail and domestic work. She was a member of the choir for over 70 years, a chairperson of the Board of Trustees and the Council on Ministry. She has also been president of the Denham Springs Floral Club for over 50 years and president of the Livingston Parish Voters League. She was asked by Ms. Goldie Lawson to become president of the PTA. She was the last president before integration at West Livingston. Sister Boyd also was the recipient of the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Task Force Award for her outstanding service and love for her community. She's affectionately called Mama Mary, not only by her family, but by persons in the community, for the love she exemplifies to all. Many stop by her home and simply ask her to pray for them. Ms. Boyd served as Grand Mistress in the first Juneteenth parade in Denham Springs and was honored by the Juneteenth Committee for being the oldest citizen in the community she loves. Ms. Boyd is 96 years young.
Amen.
Ida Inez Gross Paul of St. Luke. Sister Ida Gross, known as Inez, was born July 3, 1943 in Watson, Louisiana. She received her education from the Shaneeville School. She was married 4 years to the late Sagas Paul. Inez was a housekeeper for 43 years. She is an active communion school. Inez is a kind-spirited person and is loved by her fellow members. Inez enjoys fishing, cooking, and especially baking cakes. Brother Milborn, Melvin Guns of Roberts. Milborn Melvin Guns, a native Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and proud graduate of McKinley Senior High School. After high school, he served with distinction in the United States Air Force, stationed in Japan and Korea, before returning home to pursue higher education. Guns earned a Bachelor of Science degree from Southern University and embarked on a successful career at Exxon's chemical plant, where he dedicated over 3 decades of service before retiring. Family was central to his life. He married Mabel Guns in 1968, and their enduring partnership spanned 51 years, blessed with a daughter named Maya and 4 beloved grandchildren. In addition to his career and family commitments, Guns was deeply involved in community service and civic engagement. He played a pivotal role in founding the Denham Springs chapter of Kiwanis Club International and succeeded Mr. George Maryland as leader of Roberts United Methodist Church, class number 5. His contributions extended to Freemasonry, where he served as a former past master and currently holds the role of treasurer for the Pride of Denham Springs. His efforts were recognized statewide when he was honored as the 2006 Prince Hall, Louisiana Treasurer of the Year. Finally, Gunn's dedication and craftsmanship were evident in his role as a builder of Roberts United Methodist Church Sanctuary, particularly in constructing the cathedral ceiling alongside fellow members of the United Methodist Men's Group. Gloria Williamson Jackson of St. Louis. Sister Gloria Williamson Jackson was born November 3rd, 1941, to the late loving parents of James and Martha Williamson. She grew up in Rose Springs, Louisiana, currently known as Central Louisiana. She attended Drawhorn Elementary School and graduated from Cheneyville High School. She attended Southern University. She later married and is the proud mother of two beautiful daughters. She worked at Our Lady of the Lake Regional Medical Center for 38 years and East Baton Rouge Parish School System for 21 years, now retired. She has 2 siblings, 3 grandchildren, and multiple nieces and nephews. Sister Dorothy L. Jordan of Providence. Dorothy Jordan is a lifelong resident of Denver Springs, Louisiana. She was born on October 14, 1937, to Will and Samela Gross. She has been married to Lawrence Jordan for 71 years and is blessed with 4 children, 6 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. Dorothy has been a member of Roberts United Methodist Church for 71 years. She was baptized at the age of 12 years old. She was a member of the Roberts Choir soprano and the Methodist Women. She was also part of Our Ladies in White, our dedicated stewards board. Dorothy was the West Livingston Crossing Guard for 5 years, sales associate at TG&Y, and a life insurance agent for Purple Shield for 3 years. Dorothy is well known in the community's service by visiting or calling the sick and shut in and baking her delicious, mouth-watering, lemon-glazed pound cakes and bread pudding. She also has been a huge contributor in fundraising events for the church, as well as grandchildren activities. Henrietta Jordan. Henrietta Jordan's life goals were to have a long-term marriage until death, serving God, and to be active in church, teaching my children about Christ, traveling with my family to see other parts of the world, live to see my grandchildren grown, have careers and family of their own. Ms. Jordan says she's blessed and grateful for all and beyond. Lawrence Jordan Sr., Roberts United Methodist Church. Lawrence Jordan is a lifelong resident of Denham Springs, Louisiana. He was born April 29, 1930, to William and Eleanor Jordan. After the passing of his mother, his father remarried, and he was blessed with another, Mother May Thomas Jordan. He has been married to Dorothy L. Jordan for 71 years and is blessed with 4 children, 6 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. He is retired from Gulf States Utility Company with 24 years of service. Lawrence has been a devoted member of Roberts United Methodist Church for the past 83 years and has worked on several boards and committees. They include Chairman of the Administrative Board, Evangelist Board, Stewardship/Finance, and the Methodist Men. He was a member of the PPR Committee, the Cemetery Committee, the Historical Community Committee, and currently the Usher Board. He was most proud of being a beloved class leader for class number 8 for many years. On special occasions, he is well known for making his famous homemade ice cream. Lawrence is also very active with the community as well. He has served 15 years as Vice Chairman of the Advisory Board for West Livingston. Under the section of Parks and Recreation, he was honored and awarded a Wall of Fame plaque that is currently displayed at North Park. He was instrumental in changing Rodeo Drive to Martin Luther King Drive. Last year, he was recognized as being the oldest black man in Denham Springs. He was just recently honored to serve as Grand Marshal of the first Juneteenth parade. Martha Scott Lockhart of Roberts, an identical twin to Mary Scott, was born June 20th, 1928, to the parentage of Callie Carroll and Martha Scott, and the oldest of 13 siblings. She was educated in the Rosenwald School of Denham Springs, Louisiana. She was baptized in the First Church of God in Christ by Elder Morgan at a very early age. On June 20th, 1946, she married Merlin Lockhart Sr. 5 children, William Earl, Freddie Morris, Merlin Jr., Liddell, and Barbara Ann, were born to this union. Her children gave her 9 grandchildren, 17 great-grandchildren, and 7 great-great-grandchildren. After her marriage, she joined Roberts United Methodist Church, where she has been an active and faithful member for the past 78 years, giving faithfully to the mission of the church. Her main service has been with the RUMC Stewards Board and the United Methodist Women Organization. Ms. Martha S. Lockhart has a long history of service in the Denham Springs community. She served on the West Livingston Parish Teachers Association and is one of the founding members of the Denham Springs Floral Club, whose mission is service to the community.
A very pleasant good morning. I will be reading the information for Richard Lockhart. Roberts United Methodist Church. Richard Lockhart Sr. was born December 6, 1929 in Denham Springs, Louisiana, to David and Lavinia Lockhart. Richard is a lifelong member of Roberts United Methodist Church. He is a former class leader within Roberts Church. He was a part of the McKinley Senior High's class of 1950. This journey was not easy to simply graduate high school. He worked part-time at Savoy Grocery Store in Denham Springs to be able to afford room and board and transportation to and from Baton Rouge. The owner was not aware that he was black. When it was brought to his attention by a patron, he was fired. When it was brought to months after he completed high school, he was wed to Geraldine Johnson of Walker, Louisiana, on December 29, 1950. To this union, 7 children were born. Shortly after becoming a newlywed, he decided to enlist in the United States Army on February 3, 1951. He was based at Fort Hancock in Newark, New Jersey, until he was deployed to serve in the Korean War. He continued his education within the Army, studying air defense artillery. After his years in the service, he moved to New Orleans, Louisiana. After missing the small town life, he returned to Livingston Parish in 1964. Upon return, Richard became active in the Livingston Parish community. The first organization he joined was Voters League. Richard also became a Freemason during the 1960s. He was so passionate in his community that he served as a charter member of the Denham Springs Kiwanis Club. During the 1970s, he became an active member of the Walker Benevolent Society, which he is still active in. Later in life, Richard also served as the Community Quad Area Board for 4 years. As an active member of the Walker community, he served 4 years on the Zoning Commission Board under the former Mayor Mike Brimmer. Now, as a 94-year-old widower, Richard spends his days watching the news, discussing politics, driving his scooter car around his neighborhood, and quality family time with his children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Helen Maria Washington Knight, St. Louis United Methodist Church. Helen born the sixth of 8 children to Steve and Celeste Washington. Helen has been married to Sylvester Bill Minor for 56 years. They have one child, Byron Minor. Helen was christened as a baby at St. Luke United Methodist Church and has attended St. Luke her entire life. She is a woman of strong faith. Helen is a kind-hearted woman, but always was and continues today to be a mischievous person who loves to laugh. Helen learned to cook at an early age by standing in a chair to watch her mother. If you know her, you know that she is still an excellent cook. You also know that for many years, she and the Heavenly Hands Church by cooking breakfast after church service to raise money for supporting St. Luke. Helen has truly been an asset to this church and this community. Lauren Fisher Pittman, St. Luke United Methodist Church. Mrs. Lauren Fisher Pittman was born in Rainy Springs, Louisiana, to the late Olivia and Reed. They have 3 children, Chantel, Cheryl, and Landry Jr. Landry Robinson taught ROTC for 11 years in Espinado, New Mexico, and 14 years at East Jefferson High in Metairie, Louisiana. Landry and his wife Gloria of 60 years moved to La Paz, October of 2000. Landry Robinson is an active member of Roberts United Methodist Church and serves as usher. Landry thanks God for his being and all of his blessings. Ernestine Sellers, St. Luke United Methodist Church. Sister Ernestine Sellers was born August 20, 1941. She has 10 children, 7 boys and 3 girls, 26 grandchildren, 31 great-grandchildren, and 1 great-great-grandchild. Sister Ernestine loves the Lord and her church, for which she has acquired an entire new family. Her hobbies are caring for her flowers, talking to her kids and family on the phone, and spending time with her grandchildren. Oh, and of course, traveling to where they are. One sons-in-law and daughters-in-law who spoil her, and she loves them dearly. It is a blessing to be a part of this event today. Praise the Lord.
I know what I'm doing.
Lucille Washington Square, St. Luke United Methodist Church. Sister Louise Square is a member of St. Luke United Methodist Church, where she served as Sunday school superintendent and teacher. Member of the 7 Helping Hands of St. Luke. Graduated from Cheneyville High School. Earned her BS from Grambling State University. Masters of Education degree from Southern University. Retired from the East Baton Rouge Parish School System with 31 plus years of service. She loves to read and crochet